Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for my drawing video today. I've never recorded audio for a YouTube video before, so this is my first time, so forgive me if I sound nervous or mess something up, because I'm trying to get used to it. But this is kind of a long time goal of mine, was to get more comfortable with just talking about my art and talking during videos. I don't know why it's such a hard thing for me to do and a hard thing for me to overcome, but I've kind of been sitting on doing this for maybe a year now, and I'm just now getting around to it. So yeah, thank you for being here and watching. I'm pretty new to YouTube and filming myself drawing, especially traditionally. I've done a little bit of screen capturing on my iPad, but I just don't draw traditionally that often, and I'm trying to flex those muscles a little more and get more used to it and get more comfortable with it. So I decided to take a pen and marker drawing class on Class 101, and they started us out on food drawings and are kind of building up to doing buildings and backgrounds and scenery. And the big point of it is to do travel journaling, because I've kind of been working on something like that in the background for a while now. From my recent trip to Japan last year in June and July. So I thought I would take that and see if I liked it, and just to kind of do something a little different and see if it sparked some different creative muscles in my brain, because I think everyone is kind of experiencing some tough creative times right now, and it can just be nice to switch modes for a little bit and do something different for a while. It kind of refreshes your brain, or at least it does for me. So I've been on a kick lately of drawing different foods to practice, and yeah, somebody suggested that I should start recording, so I've been trying to do that. My setup isn't awesome. I recorded my first two videos with my camera phone because I have a little rig to hold my camera or my phone overhead, but my phone quality isn't really that great. It looks really grainy, especially if the lighting isn't good, and pretty much my whole house is really dim. It's hard to get good lighting in here. But I have a ring light, and I have a kind of nicer like beginner camera, and I wanted to use that to try to film this video, but I don't really have a way of holding it overhead. So I rigged up a really crazy solution where I have the camera taped to the phone holder, but it was sagging down so much that I needed something to hold it up. So I also have a tripod on my desk with a hairband that's attached that's kind of keeping it steady. It's a lot better than the first two videos that I recorded, but it still is not quite at the quality that I want it to be, and also it's not a good permanent solution because it's really hard to set up and to take down, so I'm gonna have to find some other way. So if you're watching this and you have some tips or advice, let me know. That would be awesome. Yeah, so this is a strawberry shortcake drawing that I'm doing here. This was a dessert that I got after a long day of walking around in Tokyo. This was in Shibuya. I think in the 109 building, there's a floor that has like a cafeteria kind of floor that has a lot of different little food shops, and this is a small place that has a bunch of really delicious looking desserts, and this was so good. We had been walking around for so long, and it was really nice to just sit down and have something kind of sweet but light, and have a little cup of coffee to kind of, even though it was late, to kind of recharge and get us ready to, it's always a whole other thing to get prepared to get back on the train and go back to where you need to be at night after you're already really tired. So yeah, I'm using Copic markers here. It's just a small set of 24. I want to get some more eventually, but I'm trying to, they're expensive, so I'm trying to make do with what I have and do a lot of color blending, which I think is actually really good for me in the learning stage. It's forcing me to learn how to mix colors and try out some different techniques and do some different things with the markers that I might not have if I just had every single color at my disposal to use. But I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. Aside from the plate, you guys, I'm so bad at drawing circles. I wish I didn't draw the plate. It is so wonky and bad. Also during the second part here, there's a point where I flip the page, and then when I bring it back, it is, the bottom part of the drawing is going to be a little bit off screen, and I'm sorry about that. I'm still getting used to having things lined up underneath the camera, and it's honestly kind of hard for me to tell if I'm in the frame or not. I don't have anything to look at to help me know that I'm underneath the lens. I don't have a thing that flips out where I can see what's there or anything. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I hope that you enjoy this video and that it is somewhat relaxing, and I will keep trying to improve the quality and the lighting, and hopefully I can start making some more of these and just kind of casually post. I don't really know if I want to, keep up with a YouTube channel, but I do like posting these. It's been fun to do on the side. Oh, by the way, this whipped cream, I decided I didn't really want to color it realistically with a gray, because I have a cool gray, the color of the fork, but it's darker than what I want it to be, and I'm tired of trying to color the whipped cream with a darker gray, and then it looks kind of not soft and fluffy like I want it to look. So depending on the other colors and the drawings that I've been doing, I've just been using colors to match that are lighter. So here I just did kind of a soft pink because I wanted it to look really light and fluffy. I think on another one I used a lighter blue or a purple or something. But yeah. Alright, well, this video is almost done, so I'm just gonna let you all sit back and listen and watch the rest of it, and thank you for joining me. Bye.